What's up, guys? It's Duke here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 20 tip, I'm going to break down the absolute best running play in Madden 20. Not only that, but I'm going to show you a couple glitchy motions you guys can use to completely screw up the defense's alignment and make their running play even better, get a lot of long touchdown runs. This run is so good that you can use this one run play to beat every meta run defense in the game. We're talking about 3-5 wide, 3-4 odd, 3-4 bear, man, zone, cover 1, cover 2, cover 4. It does not matter. Cover 3, we're going to beat it all. Most formations, you need a couple different runs to beat every meta run defense. This one is very unique because we only need one. Now, guys, do me a favor, drop me 300 likes, and I got another full offensive scheme I'm going to drop for you guys this weekend if we get 300 likes on this video. So let's get into it now. I'm actually in the Washington Redskins offensive playbook, and I'm going to run the single back wing tight Z HB stretch flipped, guys. Now this is a key. You need to run it flipped. It gets really glitchy flipped. It's not quite as good if you don't flip it. Single back wing tight Z is also found in a few other playbooks, but this is the best one, in my opinion, to run it from. And we're going to be looking at the stretch. Now, before we break it down, guys, please remember to hit that subscribe button in the corner of the video, man. Show some support. If you're liking our content, make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss out when our videos go live. We upload every day with great content you don't want to miss because you're not going to find it anywhere else. Now, first thing I want to focus on is this 3-5 wide run defense that's very popular with the double safety spy. Now, what people typically do is, some people will keep their D-line as is and just crash them down. But what most people do is they'll put their D-line abilities and spread them out and crash the D-line down. And then user this guy right here. All right, so then safeties are both in the spy. It can definitely make it very annoying to try to run the ball on this defense. The thing is, we have a simple motion here we can use with the play flip that's going to beat this every time. All we have to do is motion this left tight end that's closest to the outside receiver about 1 or 2 steps to the left and snap the ball while he's in motion, and it screws up the entire defense. It makes the alignment messed up to where that safety does not get a good angle at our running back, and we can easily get at least 5 to 10 yards every play against this defense. 2 steps to the outside, snap the ball. As you guys can see, that safety crashes too far down, and we get big yards to the outside. Now, you might not always get a big touchdown run against this defense, but I can promise you, you will get 5 to 10 yards very easily. Now, another thing you guys can do is you guys can motion in this receiver and snap the ball right about there. And what happens now is the receiver takes his corner out of the way. So now, since there's no corner on that side of the field, the safety is pretty much that last line of defense. And, you're able to easily get to the outside because you see here the safety is going to get blocked. Now, this is predicated on them being in the cover 2 man. They might be in, cover 2, cover 4, because, people will mix up the defense they call. If they're in a zone with the safeties and the spies, you're just going to need to motion this outside tight end about, again, 2 steps to the left, snap the ball, and that's going to be very effective for you guys. As you guys can see here, we're easily able to get that corner for a big yardage. So that right there alone is going to eliminate this defense. You're not going to be able to play it because you're going to give up big runs here and there, but even when we don't get the home run, we're still able to pick up 5 to 10 yards every time, which is obviously very effective because as you guys can see here, we're at 10 yards before we even get touched pretty much every play. So this defense right off bat is gone. So the next defense people always go to is 3-4 odd, and they want to run edge blitz or storm brave. Either one of these cover 1 run defenses that are man-based, because when you get the safety in the box, it's hard to run stretches on them. So again, we're going to be flipping this stretch. You definitely need to flip it because you can't do some of the stuff I'm about to show you if you don't. So again, this is pretty much the meta setup right here from the 3-4 odd is this pinch of the line, spread of the linebackers, crash the line down, blitz the linebackers, use the safety. So there's a few different things you can do here. The first motion you guys can do is simply just motion this guy over. Again, he'll make the receiver follow him, the corner will follow the receiver across the formation, and you essentially have a free touchdown because now, even though that safety's still in the box, when we motion the receiver over, his his man defender, which is the cornerback right here, he follows him across. So now that guy's no longer really in position to do anything, which makes the blocking that much better on that side of the field. You guys can see here, even with bad stick, I mean, that was honestly like horrible stick skill. I was able to crib this for an easy touchdown run. So you guys can see, this is going to be something that's very consistent. It's not hard to do. It's very easy. Now that's not the only motion you guys can use. You guys can use another motion against these 3-4 run defenses. So another one I like to use is to playmaker the run to the left and motion this tight end this time to the right. So what happens here is now we have two tight ends and really just the one cornerback on this side of the screen. So we're able to get good blocking, similar to what I like to do at a single back wing tight U, because now we have good blocking over here. So you guys can see we're able to cut that up. Now the safety is going to be the only player we have to worry about. My safety, for whatever reason, didn't move there, so I'm just going to click off him to allow him to try to attack the run himself. You'll see that, safety, last line of defense, he's only going to be in the play around, 10 yards. So again, we're going to basically have a guaranteed 10 yards here before the safety even can get involved. And you guys can see, just make him miss and it's a touchdown. But before he even gets involved, it's a good, 10, 15 yards. So that's always nice. Again, you can take a look here. The safety, he's coming over to make the play. But again, we're already going to be about 10, 15 yards downfield before he can even do so. Then we just juke him out of his shoes. And whoopsies, we got a touchdown. So again, you don't need running back abilities, but this definitely does make the run game much better when you have the ability to just juke someone out of their shoes like this, put them on the highlight reel, and we're out. At this point, we've now gonna be able to score a touchdown, assuming we can make the safety miss like this. So that's always a really nice ability to do. Now, the thing about this run is that motion I just showed you, it can even get glitchier, guys. I'm about to show you something crazy. So watch this. So we're going to do the same motion. We're going to playmaker the run to the right. We're going to motion this tight end over. Okay. Now watch what happens here, guys. So we could just keep it like this and have an easy run. But the crazy thing is, if you try to motion this guy back to the left, that corner, as you guys can see here, he's going to run across the formation. So now you can snap it like that and get that guy completely out of the equation. So now we can even eliminate another defender from the play. So at this point, they cannot play man defense because we're able to do so many things against man coverage to make it impossible. And again, it doesn't necessarily just have to be 3-4 odd. We could go to a 3-4 bear look, and it's going to be the same thing. We flip this formation and use the motions I just showed you against man. They will have no shot. You can use any of these motions against like 3-4 man-to-man style rundies, and the same thing will happen. So here you guys can see again, we motion this guy over. We're going to create the numbers over here naturally. However, like I said, we can do even better. If we motion this guy back to the left, once we motion him to the right, see how that guy's going to come out of the play, and now, we get free yardage to the outside. I mean, that time I got 5. That was pretty bad stick by me. I really should have got much more. But, I mean, at the end of the day, that guy is never going to be in the play. All right, we could do it again. And the thing is, you can snap the ball literally right when you motion him over, just like that. And that corner still is going to get out of the play. We get another 10 yards there. But what I like to do is I like to wait about 2 to 3 steps to snap the ball so the corner is even further out of the play. And then, you have more, room to work with. So you guys can see it a bit better here. I'm going to wait about 2 to 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. And that's when I like to snap the ball right there. Hopefully that guy gets blocked off that edge. But, we get a nice 10, 15-yard run. So this formation really, with the motions you can do, pretty much makes it so you have to play man. Have to play zone. Because you can't really play man. There's too many motion glitches out of this formation. And at this point, you're going to have problems because whether you're in 3-4 bear, 3-4 odd, whatever the case may be, we can look at one of the cover 3 run these from 3-4 bear right here. There's just way too many people over here naturally to stop this run. You guys can see we have 2 tight ends and a receiver. I'm going to switch it up to a cover 3 run D here from 3-4 bear. And you're going to see zone is even worse because the problem with zone is you don't really align well to this formation either because we naturally have 2 tight ends and a receiver on the left. So that's 3 extra blockers on the left. The numbers, obviously are just going to be to our advantage. You guys can see here, that's a free 5-10 yards before anyone's even in the play. And if you don't shed, that's potentially a home run. The motion glitches will beat man, but just naturally it beats zone the way it is. I switched it up to a cover 3 out of 3-4 bear. One of the more common plays I use to stop the run out of 3-4 bear. As you can see here, we have 3 extra blockers automatically on the left. We have the 2 tight ends and the receiver. So just naturally, due to the alignment, this is going to be a great formation to beat zone run Ds because you guys can see there's just too many blockers. I'm going to have basically 5 to 10 yards every play because we just have the numbers advantage. This was like a cover 3 based 3-4 bear run D. You guys can see there's just too many blockers. There's no way in the world I'm going to be stopped for a short gain here with that many blockers over there. And you guys can see it works the same whether it's like one of these 3-4 bear run Ds or if we're going to go back to what people run more often, which is 3-4 odd. And they either want to run the pinch dog 2 press or the cover 4 drop. So we'll just start with cover 4 drop here. Cover 4 drop is very easy to beat. Again, you can just literally snap the ball with no motion, just like this, and get, good yardage pretty much every time. That was about 4 or 5 yards. That's good. I feel like I can do much better. I personally, against 3-4 odd, what I like to do, whether it's cover 2 or cover 4, is motion this guy about 2 steps, snap the ball, and I just like the blocking a bit better, as you guys can see here. Almost cribbed that. The safety just barely got missed on his block, but I got about 10. And that's going to be very consistent. That works against cover 4 or cover 2 or really even cover 3. But cover 3, I tend to not even do any motion. But cover 2 or cover 4, I do like to motion this guy about 2 steps, snap the ball just like that. And as you guys can see here, blocking is really good there. We're able to get the crib shot. Now, guys, that even works on pinch dog press. Pinch dog, everyone loves that cover 2 defense. Personally, I don't like it myself, but it is still a very common run D where they just try to use that gap, shoot around the corner. That's not going to work here because again, here it is. Let's take a look. They want to get up in here, and the great thing about this is again we can use the same motion this guy about 2 steps, bam, snap the ball, and he's going to get picked up every single time. So the other very common run defenses is pinch dog 2 press. Most of the time people are just going to pinch their defense, crash the line down, and use this guy in this gap. I can use that same motion I just showed you where we motion this guy to the outside about 2 steps, snap the ball, and it's going to get extremely good blocking, as you guys can see there. Really bad stick by me, but I probably should have scored a touchdown there. The blocking, pretty much was perfect. As you guys can see here, guys shot back into the middle to pick up anyone that was coming from the middle, and then I had my receiver and my other tight end blocking on the edge, and if I read the blocks better, that was a touchdown. I can do that same exact thing again. You guys will see. It's going to blow it up. I'm sorry, it's not going to get blowed up ever. Again, 2 steps to the outside, snap the ball, see how he comes back to the inside, and worst case scenario there is about 5 yards. And again, that's going to just be extremely consistent for me. On this, you could just snap it with no motion. Personally, I like to use the motion, but you guys can see there, even without motion, I'm able to almost score a touchdown. So this is a super, super, super tough run. You also can even use the motion with the receiver if you want against these zone defenses as well. You guys can see here, sometimes they'll follow, sometimes they won't, but I probably would not unless they actually are following you across the entire formation. That's why I prefer to do it in man more than zone. But honestly, it still is pretty effective when you do it in zone too. There's just so many different ways to use motion in this formation that the defense is never really going to be able to slow this run down. As you guys can see here again, this motion is, while it's, in my opinion, better for man, it's still even good against zone too. So if you really, really want to hit some home runs, I would definitely incorporate this motion and all the other motions I showed you in this video. Like I said, this formation and this run play in general, when you flip it just have so many different motion glitches to mess up the alignment and the way the defense pursues the ball. It is absolutely crazy. I've not seen too many formations like this that just allow you guys to glitch out every single run defense in the game with multiple motions. So I hope you guys really enjoy this tip. This formation right here is, very, very, very underrated. But like I said, this is the single best run play in the whole game. You can run this one run on every run defense